James Coburn lived a life defined by cool charisma, quiet strength, and one surprisingly bitter grudge that never faded. Born James Harrison Coburn III on August 31, 1928, in Laurel, Nebraska, he grew up during the Great Depression, an experience that shaped the resilience and understated toughness he would later bring to the screen. After moving with his family to Compton, California, Coburn discovered a love for storytelling that eventually led him to acting. He served in the U.S. Army during the Korean War as a truck driver and disc jockey before studying acting at Los Angeles City College and training under the legendary Stella Adler. His early career unfolded through television roles in the 1950s, where his gravelly voice and magnetic presence quickly stood out, but it was his performance as Britt, the laconic knife thrower in The Magnificent Seven in 1960, that launched him into stardom. Cool, lethal, and effortlessly composed, Coburn became the embodiment of cinematic masculinity, cementing his status throughout the 1960s and 1970s with iconic roles in films like The Great Escape, Charade, Our Man Flint, In Like Flint, The President's Analyst, Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid, and Cross of Iron. He proved equally adept at action, satire, and emotional complexity, particularly in his collaborations with director Sam Peckinpah, where he brought depth to characters that could have easily been one-dimensional. Off-screen, Coburn was intellectual, philosophical, and deeply curious about the world, with passions that included jazz, martial arts, and Eastern philosophy, interests that led to a profound friendship with Bruce Lee. Coburn trained with Lee, admired his worldview, and was one of the pallbearers at Lee's funeral in 1973, later crediting him with influencing his approach to both life and physical resilience. That resilience was tested severely in the late 1970s when Coburn was diagnosed with debilitating rheumatoid arthritis, a condition that twisted his body, caused immense pain, and nearly ended his career for over a decade. Refusing to surrender, Coburn pursued alternative treatments, including MSM supplements, and staged a remarkable comeback that culminated in his Academy Award win for Best Supporting Actor in 1999 for Affliction, a performance that stood as both a professional triumph and a testament to his perseverance. Yet for all his laid-back reputation, Coburn harbored one enduring hatred, reserved solely for Yul Brynner. Despite starring together in The Magnificent Seven, Coburn despised Brynner's arrogance, ego, and domineering behavior on set, recalling him as demanding, controlling, and obsessed with image and power. Coburn, a team player who valued professionalism, found Brynner's tantrums, especially his clashes with Steve McQueen over screen dominance, unbearable, privately labeling him the biggest baby in the West and later avoiding any real discussion of him altogether. Though the film became a classic, the animosity behind the scenes left a permanent mark, and the two men never worked together again. In his personal life, Coburn experienced two major marriages, first to Beverly Kelly in 1959, with whom he had 2 children and shared 2 decades during the height of his fame, and later to actress Paula Murad in 1993, a deeply loving partnership defined by mutual respect, philanthropy, and shared artistic passions. Together, James and Paula founded the James and Paula Coburn Foundation, supporting education, the arts, independent film, and medical research, particularly for arthritis. James Coburn died suddenly of a heart attack on November 18, 2002, at age 74, collapsing in his Beverly Hills home while listening to music and passing away in Paula's arms. Less than 2 years later, Paula herself died of cancer at just 48, deepening the tragedy of their story. Remembered for his unmistakable voice, effortless cool, intellectual depth, and enduring talent, James Coburn left behind a legacy that spanned over 4 decades of cinema, proving that behind the toughest exteriors often lie the deepest convictions, the strongest loyalties, and, in one unforgettable case, a grudge that burned as fiercely as any showdown in the Old West.